the terror of the West. What a bunch of nonsense. Me, that's who. The old feathered-faced son of a bitch. Ned Blessing. You've probably heard of me by now. Newspapers, magazines, Police Gazette and such. The scribbler's been coming in here on a daily basis, pushing and shoving to get the story of my life. That's all right with me. I wouldn't have let Sheriff James T. Niemeyer and his mob of lice scratchers catch me in the first place if I wasn't looking for attention. I want everybody to know I'm locked up in this tight little cell. I especially want Torres Buckner to know. The scribblers sit and listen, take down every word I say. I give them the straight stuff, too, not stretching the blanket in any direction, not needing to. But then I read these lies they write. They got me saying I want to apologize, that I'm sorry for my life. I never said it, or anything like it. My life's been hell with the lid off, yes. More thunder and lightning than poetry and lace, that's true, too. But not one chapter or verse of it am I ashamed of, insofar as my own conduct is concerned. Nor would I trade a single second of it for any other man's 70 on this spinning globe. The only thing I'm sorry for is that it's not Torrance C. Buckner sitting here in my place for the foul murder of my father and 16 others. That was many long years ago. He's slippery, like any snake, and hard to catch. But like the snake he is, he'll soon come crawling out of the hole to gloat at my hanging. What he doesn't know is Jilly Blue and I have a little surprise waiting for him when he does. If he does. And if he doesn't, well, then I've gambled my life for nothing, and the hangman gets me.
Mr. Blessing, I'm a dare with the Times. I wonder if you might take a few minutes to answer a few, yes, I can see that perhaps you'd rather not, if you would just excuse us, Mr. Blessing.
I don't talk to the scribblers anymore. I put on a mean, ugly face now when they come around. They don't stay long. That suits me just fine. I've decided to tell it myself, just in case. The true story of my life. Chapter 1. To begin my story, I have to go back in time. Way back to that day when my father and I were crossing the Great Plains of Texas.
Well, look over there, Ned. An oasis in the middle of the desert. whether this was Judith, relapsed into her early failing, or some other victim of the soldiers, Hawkeye never knew. We live in a world of transgressions and selfishness, and no pictures that represent us otherwise can be true. Though happily for human nature, gleamings of that pure spirit in whose likeness man has been fashioned are to be seen, relieving its deformities and mitigating, if not excusing, its crimes. And so ends The Deer Slayer by our Mr. James Fenimore Cooper. We'll begin another one this evening.
How much further is it to California anyway, Father?
A month or two. Maybe even a year if we don't get moving. Yeah.
Do you miss her?
Yes. Yes, I miss her, son. I miss her very much.
Will we ever see her again?
Well, you will. Someday, God willing.
You won't?
She's remarried, Ned. That wouldn't be proper. And you know that.
I just don't understand how she could just leave you.
Yeah, I suspect it was more her father's idea than your mother's. See, the colonel didn't fancy having an abolitionist in the family after the war started. He found it, just uncomfortable.
He was mean to me after you left. So was my grandmother. And my stepfather.
I know. But you mustn't take that personally. You reminded them of me, that's all. And I was a blight on the family's good name. All right? Nettie?
Where'd you go all those years, Father?
Ned, you remember what we said? The past is far behind us now. Far, far back there, beyond these plains and the forests and the mountains and the rivers. And the future is...
What are you doing sitting under my little shade tree?
Your shade tree.
Yes, my shade tree. Ain't that right, Ignacio?
Sí, mi jefe.
Well, our apologies. We didn't know it was your shade tree.
Well, it is too late to say I am sorry, mi amigo. Look, you have already used up all the shade. Now there is none left for me.